All right, what is going on, guys? This is William Bootsy Blanding, a very unique name for a very unique individual. This is going to be what I hope to be my actual introduction video, to give you kind of idea of who I am and why I put together this channel. I am a business consultant, but I want to be clear, disclaimer, I am not a financial professional, meaning I'm not a licensed CPA or accountant or lawyer or any of these things to legally give you financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Whether or not you take my advice is purely based on whether or not you think I have or can accomplish what I'm doing on this channel. And I do show receipts. So on this journey, I will be showing proof of certain things that I've accomplished. So with that going forward, I am also a Uber and Lyft driver. And this is for my Chennai business main channel. So if you see this on another channel, there will be a link below to go to my main channel. I'm an Uber and Lyft driver. I work very, very, very part-time at a group home. It's more like on call 2 days a month. And it's not even like I need those funds. I really feel like that's a form of my charity, because that's not what I want to do day to day, but I feel as if I'm giving back by doing that, if you can understand. So I also am an entrepreneur. Obviously, I've created this channel. I'm going to create future channels. I'm going to show you how to set up side hustles, side business. I'm working on a course right now. It's going to be called something to do with the holding company course, where I show you step by step what I'm doing with Navy Federal to set up my holding company. Well, it's already set up. I have an ironclad holding company right now. It's just a matter of building the corporate credit. I'm in stages to do that. I'm working with a company on my personal credit, because if you go through the journey on my channel and go watch our older videos, I have made mistakes. I want to be very transparent. If you're going to be watching me on this channel, I have made financial mistakes. Let's be clear. But with this new chapter in my life, I'm actually able to build and set up a holding company. And the sole purpose of this holding company really is to shelter future assets. With the S-Corp election, I will be saving in taxes. And it will own and operate future operating companies like my transportation I'm going to do with Uber and Lyft, bring out other drivers. The holding company will control those entities and possibly future entities. And you can ask my friends and family what I've done in the past. You're gonna have good stories. You might hear some bad stories. I did have a brick and mortar communication store for 3 years, but back then I had no knowledge of really how to build your own personal credit. Once you build it, how do you keep it? I had no knowledge of actually even structuring business or corporate credit. I've done some very minor illegal stuff just to stay afloat. I'll be honest about that. But I'm in a whole new direction in this point in my life now. I figured a way through means of going to a company that structures holding companies. And this company not only knows how to structure the holding company, they can build the corporate credit. So I'm in the stages of that. I went to Navy Federal Credit Union, the biggest credit union in the United States, and I opened not only a personal but a business holding company account. I'm working with this gig worker type fintech bank called Oxygen Bank. I initially wanted to do some business stuff with them, but I realized that particular fintech bank is not good for business. It's only good like for your sole proprietor. You want to open an account and you don't want to go in a traditional bank. You could do this. You can open a personal account for your sole proprietorship, put money in there. It's going to show you ways to track your funds or how you're spending, stuff to that event. They do not no longer offer lines of credit, which is very bad for Oxygen Bank, because I'm going to talk about some banks on here that are going to show you how to get loans with no personal credit. Just putting day-to-day money into these accounts, and eventually you will build credit. That's one of the things I'm doing with Navy Federal. Navy Federal has been known to be very generous just by putting money in their personal and business accounts. I have both. I have a checking and savings on the personal side with Navy Federal. I have a checking and savings on the business side for my holding company with Navy Federal. My main personal account is with Chase Bank, that I'm slowly moving over money that I've gotten from the government. I've gotten an EIDL grant and loan, so I'm not doing this on the fly completely broke. But you could do this simply driving Uber and Lyft and fund all this, setting up a holding company, funding the money in to get credit later based on you putting money in your own business accounts. All this could be done, but I chose to go a step further, and that's what I'm going to talk about in the holding company course, is pay people to do these transactions while I live my life on day-to-day, drive for Uber and Lyft, take my Uber and Lyft money, put it into my holding company. I'm working with this company called Ztegrity. I take money from that, put it in my holding company. Your side hustle money, you're going to put it in your holding company. Anything you do, you're going to funnel as much money as you can into your holding company with the goal of later getting enough credit, not necessarily to use right away. Your ultimate goal is to get enough credit so you can start investing in some big amount of assets like real estate. And this will further grow your holding company that will own operating companies to own your properties. Those are going to become baby companies to control and operate your real estate. Let's say you want to do a barber shop, you're going to have a separate LLC under your holding company to control that. You got a transportation company like I'm setting up to to actually buy your vehicles. You're going to use corporate credit to buy your vehicles, get drivers in those vehicles, and that's money that operating company is going to send up to your holding company, which is in turn going to pay you. You're going to be the only employee, unless you're married, of your holding company. And that's another great thing about what I'm going to be talking about in this channel, how the holding company could protect you from situations of marital assets. You go and get a divorce. If you set this stuff beforehand, you're going to shield yourself from a lot of that stuff. Gold diggers coming in, trying to take your stuff. This is one of the reasons why you want to set up a holding company first. But I think you just really need to get a side hustle. Get one side hustle going outside of your job. You don't want to be like me and just doing Uber and Lyft full time and then trying to do part-time jobs on the side. My part-time jobs are actually my side hustles. My full-time Uber and Lyft, that's money that I'm taking and I'm putting into my holding company. But you could do the reverse. Keep your job, set up a good side hustle. Take that side hustle money and set up a company. It could just be as simple as segregating the money in your name. Like you could get Oxygen Bank. They'll give $25 if you use my link. There will be a link for Oxygen Bank below. Use my link, you could just segregate your money in the Oxygen Bank, and then later you could set up an LLC, or you could do like I did, go big, set up the holding company first, then operating companies that specifically target what you want to do. The point of the holding company too is to remain anonymous. It doesn't have to have a specific title or function other than to hold and manage your future companies. This is why I started this journey down this on this channel. This is why I'm building all this stuff. I want to show you guys that there's an honest way of not only making money, but saving future assets. And my family has no clue what I'm trying to do. And my daughter, unless she watches my channel, she's not going to understand the empire I'm trying to build for our family. But whether or not she understands it or doesn't understand it, I'm building all this for a legacy for her and her future kids. She is married. Whether or not she has kids is up to her. But I'm building all this for a legacy that one day she will control. You know, and God willing, one day I will have grandkids that actually appreciate what I'm trying to do right now at this stage. As of right now, I have a holding company, like I said, in Navy Federal. I'm taking funds I've gotten from the government, as well as my Uber and Lyft funds, my Z-Integrity funds, anything I'm doing, slowly moving all that money into my holding company. Right now I'm at about two to 3 grand in my holding company, and I have some backup emergency funds in my personal Chase account. I'm taking my emergency funds in my personal Chase account and slowly moving it to my holding company. Now the point of that is Navy Federal seeing this. I'm building all this in a pandemic, remember that. So everything that I show you on this channel is going to be harder than if you see this video later and you go to do this stuff. But by funneling all my money into my Navy Federal accounts, it's going to let Navy Federal know, okay, we can trust him. He's got all our money in our bank. And eventually lend me decent lines of personal credit as well as business credit. This is what I'm doing on this channel. So I hope you continue on this journey with me. If you want more information, or you want to be first to be informed when I come out with my holding company course, there is a link below. Get on the email list. I'm not going to blast you with emails. You know, I may give one offer before my holding company offer, but that's pretty much it. It'll be updates that I really want you guys to get. There will be a link below for that. There'll be a link about more information about Oxygen Bank no longer giving or extending lines of credit. I'm going to be doing several videos on here. If you want to get in Navy Federal, keep watching. I've got recent videos about Navy Federal, how I got in. And you want to get in Navy Federal because it's really like a military credit union. So you're going to get these military type of discounts just by being a member in Navy Federal Credit Union. There are going to be other credit unions we are going to talk about. Credit unions are great. They're absolutely great as far as helping you get funds that regular banks won't give you. But I've kept you guys long enough. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and continue on the journey with me. And I hope you appreciate the content. Thank you, and have a great day.